Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gitte Marie and today I have a vlog for you guys. I have a lot of creative projects that I want to get started on, that I want to finish. Also because filming and documenting me actually doing the thing makes me stop procrastinating and then actually doing the thing. And hopefully this will give you some motivation to start your own projects. Anyway, if you have any projects going on, leave a comment down below and share with the group and let me know what you're working on. Maybe that's inspirational to me. It's always really exciting to hear what other people are doing because it makes me get out of my seat and actually do something as well. But before we get started, this video is sponsored. This video is quite appropriately so sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community with a wide range of topics from illustration and graphic design, photography, music, marketing, productivity, and so much more. Skillshare courses are taught by industry experts, so if you really want to excel in that next project of yours, this is a really good place to start. I was really inspired by this course about acrylic painting, and you will see why in this video, because this is going to be relevant. I have never believed that there is a correct way to paint and do art, but knowing technique and how the basics work is really beneficial, and for that a course like this that takes you through the fundamentals is really inspirational. This is your sign to get started on a summer project or hobby, and the first 500 people to click the link in my description will get a 3-month trial of Skillshare, so that's the perfect time to get started. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the vlog. I got 4 of these wine glasses and they come with these inserts. And I paid less than 4 quid for the set of 4. What I think is so nifty here is that you can store something in here and then something else down here. And I think this is perfect for a dessert, like having some coulis or some sauce in here and then you pour it onto it. Or you can have a little dish with smoke. So many applications for these. I really love them, but I have no place to put them. Maybe I can make room here, but just... Okay, this is honestly perfect. They just fit. As in they just fit. By the way, today is a cozy day. I just unpacked my suitcase, but I'm also going to pack it again. I just got back from Copenhagen yesterday. I had a work thing that I needed to do and I needed to come back here. I take the bus or the train, obviously, but I had to come back here to repack my suitcase because tomorrow I'm going to Copenhagen again because I'm going to a Tenacious D concert. I'm going to see Jack Black. I'm doing so many healing reparations for my emo girl. And of course, we're packing the battle vest. The battle vest, which both contains patches from bands that I have seen, but also manifestations, if you will, of bands I really want to see. Like we have Sabaton and Battle Beast. I really want to see those. But we also have Tenacious D. I have been wanting to see these guys for ages. Nothing can kill the metal.
Hvis jeg ud af vinduet, så er der lidt skumtop herude. Det er fordi, der står...
I just arrived in Copenhagen and to spice things up, I chose a hotel that is actually just an apartment. So I have a full kitchen with everything I need to cook. The hotel is super cozy. You have a little hidden compartment up here for the bed and stairs to get to it. And personally, I really love this. I'm gonna go to a grocery store to get some things for tonight and also perhaps some beer or some wine to pre-game. Honestly, I really hate that I didn't know that this was a place sooner because I would have loved to live here last week when I was here for 6 days. Where I lived in such a shitty hotel room that it felt like the room on a ferry. It was not great. Oh yeah, and there was blood on the mattress. It was 10 out of 10 experience. Anyway, this is so nice. It's called Soku. I really recommend it. I haven't even slept here yet, but I'm just... This is really nice.
With my dick. Now it's time to blow this fucker down. Showdown. Then you over, then we'll take it around town. Now it's time to blow this fucker down. We rock the Casbah and blow your life.
I'm back home. I had so much fun at the concert. And today I'm going to start on a project that I've been excited for a long time. So the thing is, I found a painting in the dumpster. I did a short format video about it. I was asking you guys whether or not I should just hang it as it is or if I should paint over it. And I was kind of leaning towards painting over it, and it seemed like the majority of you guys wanted me to paint over it as well. I've had a few ideas of what to do with this painting, and the good thing about a canvas like this is that, well, if I change my mind and I want to do something different, I can paint over it again. So I can just keep going and going and going forever. It's my forever canvas. I just know I want to paint over it this time around. I'm gonna paint it white and then we'll see what I'll do afterwards. I think I'll need to stain it in a darker color once it's completely white, so we have a stained surface to work with. I don't know. I'm very excited for this. It's Friday. I am by myself. I don't have any plans today, so it's just gonna be me and my painting. Yeah, been editing from my bed and you can definitely tell, but just a quick shout out to the outfit because this is a new skirt from Bastet Noir. I absolutely love it, and with it I have thrifted shirt, thrifted top underneath, all my favorite jewelry and my thrifted boots. I don't know if we're just challenging sort of the arty vibe today. Maybe that's what's happening. I was thinking clip-on earrings today, but I feel like that's gotta be too much. Oh, and slick bun because I need to wash my hair. Haven't done that in a while. Anyway. This is the best Friday night I've had in ages. So I have painted over the picture now. It occurs to me that I didn't really show you guys what it looked like before, but I'll make an edit so you will have seen by now. And I'm going to slightly stain it with a brown stain, just so it's not so intimidating. I feel like starting a painting on a white surface, like starting a drawing on a white piece of paper, is very intimidating because it's so white, so clear, so empty. So, and I needed my base and my stain to dry. So now we're back and I actually have a plan. So I drew a big circle in the middle. I'll try to do like a kind of realistic looking blue sky. This is just the base layer. It's not the actual blue that I want. Then we're gonna do that in sort of this little peephole with the sky. I don't really know what to do yet. Maybe it's just gonna be beige, the vibes. But at least I want to paint a blue sky with some clouds and sort of try to do it realistically, how far my skills will take me. But I'll try to wing this with the confidence of a straight white man. So obviously this is going to be a masterpiece. I'm also hosting a 4-course dinner tonight, so I've spent the majority of the day prepping for that, and it's been really fun. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoons and I have basically everything prepped, so I can just relax and enjoy my painting time, and then later I'll start working on the dishes. I also need to move some of the stuff away from the dining table because today my apartment has a very creative vibe. I don't know if you could tell. It's very, very pleasant, and I think mental health wise this was also very needed. So I'm just gonna keep painting my blue circle, and then I'm gonna see if I can mix some colors to make the exact type of blue that I want. And if we can do like the really realistic looking clouds. Oh, I want that so badly. Okay. The thing I love most about a process like this is that you can start out with an idea like a sky and some clouds, and then you can end up with an ocean or a planet or a moon. I don't know, but this is giving planet vibes now, and I tried to tap into that by also working with the contrast of the lighter and darker shades. I honestly love this now. I remember in school when we had any kind of creative projects or classes where we needed to paint or draw or do whatever, there was always a teacher that was supposed to tell you what was a good drawing and what was a bad drawing, or what was good and bad art, and the correct way of painting, or sort of the correct way of using the materials. And it always struck me as odd. And obviously it's smart to know all the basics of how materials work and how colors work together and how the different brush strokes works and like the effects that you can get out of your media. But I've always felt weird about this is the correct way of doing art. So I'm just trying, and it doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to look what you want it to look like. It doesn't have to look like anything, really. I'm challenging the universe now. This is currently the state of the painting. Not awful, but I'm not really into the beige, so I'll try to see if I can stain it slightly blue as well. I think it's just gonna make the clouds pop a lot more when we put those on. Also just adding a lot of dimension, I feel, is the way forward. I mixed some of my paint with some water, and we're gonna try to see if we can stain it and if it's gonna look good. If it's not gonna look good, we're just gonna start over. We need a lot more water. I actually feel like it helps a lot to just run it over with a cloth afterwards. So I think we're just gonna keep going. It's definitely this is definitely a trust the process kind of thing. I don't even know if this is wise because I don't know if this is the background that I want, but I have now ventured into cloud making. And so far the illusion is kind of successful. I have a lot more practice to do. I just showered and this is the state currently. I'm thinking of cutting it to my shoulders. So this is completely useless information. I do have a few things to show you and talk to you guys about. So right below my apartment, there is a flea market today. And I just went down there with a friend and I found a few things that I want to show you because, and I'm having a blast with this 1 second. I've mentioned that several times. I use clip-ons and I found two very nice clip-on earrings. So there's this one. I like it. And this is the one I'm most excited about. This one. And it reminds me of the Plumbot from The Sims, but just like on a really neglected Sims. One of the funny things about it though is that on the inside it says Book and Dykman, Denmark, 1983. 11 years older than me. But I also found this, I think it's homemade. It doesn't say anything on it. I'm pretty sure that this is homemade, but this will be perfect in my naked people bathroom. It's in the bathroom. Actually, it's perfect for like a little soap dish. There was a butt on it. I had to get it. Also, I have a project because I ripped my jeans. The zipper. So we're gonna fix that. Oh, I will be able to do this just fine. So we're just gonna go for it. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time you do it, but over time you'll sort of just learn on your way there. I have my little sewing kit here. Half my sewing equipment is from my grandmother's house. I also got this. If you know what this is, you're pretty cool. It's for socks. You put your sock on top and then you can mend your socks. Also have thread that matches. That is a whole new world. Here we are. We're just gonna wing it. It's very difficult for me to explain any of the things that I do when I do this because I don't even know. But that's the cool part of it. Anyway, the dinner yesterday went so well. I was so excited. I haven't been in the kitchen like that for a few weeks because of traveling and work. It was so freeing. I feel like it's almost kind of therapeutic to be in the kitchen like that. I made white asparagus with a butter sauce with plant-based caviar on top. The caviar was based on seaweed. And microgreens from my farmer's market, they have an option where you can buy microgreens in a little pot and then you return the pot when you're finished with the greens. Also, I think aesthetically it was my favorite. Then I did homemade ravioli with a carrot and potato puree. The puree was inside and then I thinned the puree a little bit with some of the pasta water and then turned the ravioli over into it, the sauce, like the thin puree before serving. It was really good. My needle is stuck. Come on girl. Also added both parsley and pistachios on top. It was really good. The sauce slash puree I'm definitely going to make again. And the main dish was kind of a beef Wellington, kind of a chicken pot pie, kind of a vol au vent, all in one. So it was a roast consisting of potatoes, asparagus, peas and vegan chicken. And then it was wrapped in this flaky, savory pastry dough. I loved it. It looked really nice, exactly the way I wanted it to. And then I had a bolognese sauce to go with it. We poured it on top at the table. And on the plate, I also served it with a collection of fresh greens with a dill dressing. I always feel like I drop the ball a little bit when it comes to dessert. It's very difficult, I feel like, to be as elegant and elevated in your desserts. Maybe I'm just not a dessert type of person. I would also much rather have 2 mains or 2 starters rather than a dessert and a starter. Much rather have 2 starters. The Salty Kitchen is where I'm living. But I tried. I did a chocolate ganache, then I did a cake based on black beans and cocoa. Then I added pistachios and dill. I love using dill in desserts, by the way. It's absolutely magnificent. And then on top I had a raspberry coulis, but it was in the 2 glasses that I showed you guys. So you had to pour the coulis into this little natural landscape that I made. And I'm calling this dessert Nature's Revenge because you add the blood onto the nature. If you want to be political at the dinner table, and you know I do, I prefer it that way. Anyway, that was the dinner. I'm not being very elegant currently with my sewing technique, but we're getting there. And this is what it looks like now. It's pretty subtle, you can't see it on the other side, and now they zip up perfectly. There we go. Hey guys, I got a new machine. This is Bob. Bob is a compact dishwasher from Dantek, and they sent me one to review it and also to talk about the problem with appliances and unrepairability, as well as outsourcing of production and using unsustainable materials. All this stuff. We're gonna do a reel or short about it. Also, can we talk about this slick design? It's made in France, both designed and manufactured, which we love to see. And it consists of very few components, so it's super easy to repair. You don't have to use a water outlet specifically for this, like with a regular or conventional dishwasher. There are other options here, but you can do both. I think it's cleverly designed, and we're gonna see if we can plug it in together. The instructions, we probably need to read the instructions, right? Okay. See, my toxic trait is thinking that I don't need this. It comes with an electrical cord, right? Seems right. And did something happen? Hello, Bob. So now he's plugged in. So this is pretty smart. This part goes in Bob, and this part goes directly into your sink. So you can plug this into your normal water supply and have it work like a regular dishwasher where the water flows just goes. But you can also put water in here at the top, like with a pitcher, and then it comes out here once you're done. And you can just put it into your sink. That's pretty neat. I need my tools. It comes with this little metal ring that can sort of fasten and secure the water supply, which seems like a good idea. See, I don't know how this works, which is a problem. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? So, okay, something is happening. We're gonna put this into Bob. Why do I feel like half of these issues are often arising from me not having the proper working space? Perfect. Okay. I can do whatever I set my mind to. We trust it. I swear to God, I wouldn't even pull those moves if I planned it. I don't know why I'm like this. And then you should be able to use whatever soaps that you have. There's a little light going. Okay, so launch a delayed no. No! Sound effect. Yes. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. My washing machine will be connected to my Wi-Fi. I am living in another world today. So when it's turned off, it's really difficult to get the hatch open, which makes sense, it's a little magnetic feature. But when it's plugged in, I think I did it. What is this little... I'm about to go for a run, but I thought I wanted to show you guys the last update on the painting. It's not completely finished. I might do something else to it in the future. That's possible. Phase 1 is done. I've hung it on the wall and I think it's gonna stay there for a while, and then I'll figure out what to do with it later. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, this is her. I added a little bit of color dimension to the clouds, so a little bit of yellow and pink, just to give them a little bit more of sort of like a sunset-y kind of vibe. I might add more clouds. I'm inclined to do so, but I don't quite know. So now I'm just gonna let it be like this. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it went from something where every time I looked at the canvas, I was just like, these colors are not working for me. This is completely subjective because you might have liked the other one more. I would actually love to know which version you prefer. If you like the painting as it was before, leave a comment down below. And if you like it more now, let me know as well. I would love to sort of see what the vibe is, but it's obviously subjective. By the way, I love all the texture that's in this painting, and that's all from the previous motif. I'm much more well-wondered in watercolor and pencil drawings, so this was a very new type of medium for me, and I think it was so interesting to explore the options. I'm definitely going back to this and continuing to work with acrylics. So that was it. I'll go for my run, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take really good care of yourselves. Until then. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero-waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!